It takes a lot of hope and a lot of responsibility and trust to make a relationship work.
These kids are spot on. These are simple answers, but really every healthy relationship does boil down to trust, love, mutual respect, being able to communicate effectively. Hi, I'm Dr. Han Ren, licensed psychologist and mental health content creator. And today I'm gonna be reacting to Jubilee's video, Couples Therapy, but the therapist is 7 years old. Let's dive in.
How did you see the world when you were a kid? We brought in 3 couples to receive counseling from kid therapists to see if a kid's perspective could guide the couples through their relationship struggles. Do you know who a therapist is?
I think a therapist is someone who helps other people.
People or couples, if they're having a bad day or if they are in a bad situation.
Hi, my name's Isabel.
Hello.
And I'm
Hi.
8.
This is Ruby. I'm Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hello, my name is Evan.
Hi, Evan. Thank you.
Hello.
Are you Gavin?
Yes. So how are you guys feeling today?
We're feeling good.
Well, I'm feeling nervous. I've never done this.
Same here.
So, I'm very, very different from my wife here, Kathy. I love video games a lot.
Same here.
But that means I also like to stay at home a lot and just kind of do things, on my own, play video games with my friends.
Yeah, so I prefer going out. So I like hanging out with my friends outside. I like going out hiking, picnic, the park.
Yeah, I actually have a park by me. I also like to ride bikes and stuff.
Yeah, so our problem is that I like going out and he prefers staying indoor. So every weekend we have, trouble deciding what to do and we always argue about it.
Wait, I have an idea. You know Pokemon Go? It's like a video game, but you can walk around. You can try that out.
Yeah, that's actually brilliant. I love the idea of using Pokemon Go as a way to connect in a relationship. I actually have some clients who really found Pokemon Go to be instrumental to their social skills building and making new friends, especially people who are neurodivergent, where that doesn't really come as naturally or easily. It's something about the structure of this video game and the fact that it puts you out in the world really allow them to make friends. I think this is super cute and smart.
So the first of the week, you play video games that he likes. And then the other 50 of the week, then you have to do what she likes.
Okay, gotcha.
50-50.
50-50. I love that. This kid's smart. I wish relationships really could be 50-50, but we're not always at 100% of our capacity. So we have to, even have more nuance than that when we talk about who's gonna do what in a relationship. Really thinking about relationships from a perspective of equity rather than equality is pretty essential. But it sounds like in this relationship, it's not equal or equitable.
Right now it's 80% video games and 20% going out.
So we have to split it halfway then.
Yeah, I like that. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you guys disagree on?
What do we disagree on? You have an Instagram? No, well, we disagree on Instagram sometimes.
I should hope a 7-year-old does not have Instagram.
Sometimes have a problem that you don't like to post me on your Instagram. You should be proud of who you're with, like you should want to post them. I don't know, it's just sometimes it feels like he tries to hide me.
I don't think that it's much of a big deal. If you want to contact virtually, you should use text messages, FaceTime or
Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom me.
That's cute. He's saying, you know what, maybe it doesn't matter what other people think about your relationship. It's about you and me. It's about the couple. So he's encouraging them to focus less about the perceived audience and the reactions from people who are not directly involved in the relationship and use texts and FaceTime and Zoom to connect with each other. That's sweet.
Zoom me? Yeah, we could, I guess, huh?
How can I help you guys?
I get a little grumpy when I have a bad day.
Yeah,
I come home and I do put it on her sometimes.
and I don't know how to deal with this sometimes. Like, I don't know how to make him not be grumpy.
Do you know how we can fix that?
Well, I would think probably like if you guys have like other rooms. You could go to one room and then you can go to one room.
Okay.
And then when you cool down, you can tell her all about it.
That's brilliant. I think everyone should do that kind of self-awareness check-in at the end of their day. A lot of times it helps to have a ritual, especially if you have a stressful job, where you're able to decompress and go through certain self-soothing steps in order to regulate before you engage with your family or your partner. I think that's a brilliant idea. I love how creative these kids are. These ideas are definitely age and developmentally appropriate, but also really creative and applicable to these couples' problems. Kids are really wise sometimes. I think as adults, we just tend to overthink things and we get really complicated when it comes to our solutions. And sometimes we kind of need to just strip it down and have some more play in our day and in our relationships, and things have more ease.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
We never thought of that, so
Well,
that was
good
a good
suggestion.
idea.
I feel like we sort of disagree on things when it comes to like jealousy and like fear of losing someone. Like all relationships end, and it is going to either end in breakup, in death, or divorce.
Are you afraid that I would leave you?
No.
Just wondering.
You know, this is interesting because he talks about relationships ending with such like despair and gloominess, but also relationships ending is a new beginning for you to embark on the next chapter of your life. Not every relationship has to last forever for it to be significant and meaningful. And I think we really need to shift the cultural narrative that a relationship ending is somehow a relationship failing. Some of the most successful relationships are ones where the couple knows when it has run its course. We're going to take the lessons, we're going to take the memories, and we're going to go our separate ways with no hard feelings.
If you guys had to choose, would you propose right now?
Propose right now? What?
Just straight up pull out a ring and propose right there.
That's like, you got to plan that, so I would say no.
No, like if you had it planned though.
Oh, if I had it planned, of course, yes. But like as of right now, just get down on my knee, that wouldn't make sense.
Well, I think of it like a rank, like karate. You have like this belt, you're at the second highest ranking, and then when you get married, you go to a black belt.
This idea is so cute. It's adorable the way that he applied this from like his own schemas and what he knows about leveling up in life, but it's also such a reflection of the relationship escalator and kind of the benchmarks or milestones in life that we have to achieve in order to be successful, in order to move on. And I think we need to kind of deconstruct that. You know, why do we need to always be moving forward to bigger, better things? I think it's really fascinating how early children internalize this fairy tale, this happily ever after storyline, which is really reflective of compulsory monogamy, where, you know, in order to be successful, you have to get married and then have kids and buy a house and all of these benchmarks in creating a happily ever after. And the storyline is internalized at such a young age through fairy tales and princesses and princes, and he's really reflecting this narrative of what he's been fed. It just shows how our society is so focused on, you know, marriage and monogamy being the only way to live a happy life.
So you think it'd be like a level up?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have something else I want to ask your advice with, though.
Okay.
So at home, we live together, and I do everything around the house, and he's great at cooking, so he does the cooking, but I do everything else. Do you think that's fair amount of chores?
No.
How can we make that more fair?
You do 50% of the house, and he does and then he does the other 50%.
Yeah, but cooking is a lot of work. You have to chop the stuff, you have to buy the stuff. I cook every single day.
Okay, cooking is a lot of work, but like, what about the dishes, the laundry, cleaning the bathroom, doing your taxes, making the appointments, getting your house stuff fixed? Like, what about the mental load that she has to track, as well as the implementation of everything else around the household? Like, this guy's giving himself a little too much credit, I think.
But you only clean every 3 or 4 days.
I clean the kitchen every day.
That's true.
Yeah, you have a point. I have an idea. First, teach her how to cook. Okay?
That's true. That's a good advice.
First, start at eggs. Even I can make scrambled eggs. You just turn the oven on, get a pan, crack the eggs, scramble them up. Done.
Thank you for teaching. So he should teach me how to cook. I should help him cook more, and he should help me clean more.
Yes.
I love that.
Her and my sister don't really get along.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why. You know, I don't know how to talk to her if she doesn't talk to me. So how do you think I should try to befriend her?
Probably get her like a gift and tell her how you really feel. Like, I think you're not like being nice, and probably say something like that.
Okay.
That's cute. She's like, soften the blow with a gift and then give it to her straight. Let her know how you really feel. Oh, that's cute. That probably that might not work every single time. But I do like the idea of gift giving as a love language, because it's not actually about the materialistic elements of the gift. It's more about, I had you in mind. I was thinking about you. I saw this thing and it reminded me of you and I thought you would like it. So I made the effort to get it to you. You know, and gifts don't have to be of any materialistic value. It can be sharing a song that you really like, or I found this pebble on my walk like a penguin. You know, gift giving is just such a, marker of, I had you in mind and thought you would like this and that was important to you. So if it's a really specifically tailored gift to this person's sister, like maybe that could show like, okay, I do know a little bit more about you than you might realize, and I'm making the effort to extend this to you so we can connect better.
Okay. Well, do you think she would want to talk to me though?
Probably.
Oh.
Give her flowers and a card, or like a teddy bear, like most people do, kind of.
Oh, okay.
She loves Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, you see? Yeah, you should have told me that.
Well, there you go.
Okay, well.
See, like, why didn't he tell her that before? You know, as the partner, it's kind of on you to broker your family relationships with your partner. It's on you to help facilitate and finesse these relationships. So little tidbits like, oh yeah, she's really into this, that's valuable information. I think you need to feed your partner that to set them up for success.
On YouTube, do you see happy couples?
Oh yeah, Mr. Beast surprised his girlfriend with 100,000 roses.
100,000 roses.
That's good.
Like if she wants like a necklace or ring, you should save up to buy what she wants.
Okay.
I think he does do that. He surprises me a lot, so I think that was good advice. He's meeting those requirements right now.
You know, it's really sweet because he probably thinks about, what would I really like? You know, I really like it when my parents get me a treat or think about me. So he's really applying his own life experiences. And I do think the element of novelty and surprise is really essential in maintaining a spark in a relationship. It doesn't have to be a material thing. It could be an activity. It could be, an experience. I think it's really important that couples continue to play, even if they've been together for a really long time. As adults, we forget how to play, and flirting is a form of playing for adults, so remember that.
I appreciate you taking the time out to sit down and talk our problems with us.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
We're gonna find those games, okay?
Bye.
Bye. It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Thanks, Doc.
All right.
What do you think makes a relationship work?
That they trust in each other and to love each other and not cheat on each other.
I think love is a level beyond friendship.
It takes a lot of hope and a lot of responsibility and trust to make a relationship work.
These kids are spot on. These are simple answers, but really every healthy relationship does boil down to trust, love, mutual respect, being able to communicate effectively, faith, hope. You know, you want to be not just gazing towards each other, but gazing towards the same horizon together. And that takes some alignment, that takes communication, and that takes effort every single day. So I think these kids are really onto something.
My best suggestion for games, Among Us or Friday Night Funkin'. Among Us is like, oh, there's imposters and stuff. And then Friday Night Funkin' is like, it's like a beat game. Roblox is pretty good because it has a whole bunch of different games. There's a game called Sims. I don't really like it, but my mom does because like it's like a real life, but instead of a game.
This video is so cute. I love the advice that the kids gave. It really shows that the building blocks for relationships are simple but not easy. It takes communication, respect, trust, love, negotiation, and these kids are really onto something. You know, I think they probably have some pretty good models and, you know, good cultural representations that they're pulling from as well. So that's really heartening to see. I think children are the greatest mirrors and sponges of society. Children reflect our values and the messages that they've received. So I think children have a lot of wisdom and they don't have the complications and the overthinking that we develop as adults. I think children are really onto something. This is such a cute video, and like, I probably would not go to a 7-year-old for actual couples therapy, but I would go to an actual couples therapist. When we think about relationship conflicts, we think about couples therapy as a last resort. Like, this is what we need to go to because we're on the brink of divorce. But if we're at that point, it's pretty late in the game. Really going to couples therapy when you're earlier in your conflict or earlier in just learning how to escalate your life or join lives is such an essential part of setting the building blocks of a healthy relationship. You don't want to go only in times of crisis because then you get back to baseline. You want to be able to elevate the baseline by going before the problems get really bad. So I really think everybody should benefit. I really think everybody would benefit from going to a couples therapist or like a clergy member or a coach or somebody, some sort of mentor or guide who can help you talk through your problems and take each other's perspectives and better see and hear each other. You know, in recent years, I love how therapy in general has been destigmatized. It's been more normalized for people to go to individual therapy. But I think couples therapy is still lagging behind a little bit, where the narrative is still like, oh, you're in couples therapy, oh my gosh, eggshells. But couples really need to consider going to therapy together before they're at any sort of crisis. When they're facing some sort of transition or, you know, life updates, such as having a child together or facing chronic illness of an elder, you know, things that can just put stressors in the relationship, even if it's something really exciting like a new job or an engagement. Like, premarital counseling is great because you have an opportunity to talk through the upcoming changes and be able to prepare for it more proactively. So just as we have destigmatized individual therapy, we also need to work to destigmatize couples therapy as not just for crises, as a proactive and preventative measure. I go to couples therapy and I do it just regularly, and I always have throughout my marriage, just because I think it's a great built-in time and check-in to attune and calibrate with my partner. Thanks again for watching. For more videos from Healthline Mental Health, click the like and subscribe button. See you next time.